I'm John Bauerschmidt, and I am Bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Tennessee, which is located in Nashville in the United States.
I'm John Michael Botean. I'm Bishop for the Romanian Byzantine Catholics in the United States and Canada. The word ecumenism comes from the Greek word ekumeni, as it's pronounced in modern Greek, which means household. And so it's about the relationships within the household of the faith, as St. Paul refers to it. And it's just a matter of trying to right the relationships within the household, like any family. And sometimes it's easier than others. Sometimes it's pretty hard.
Ecumenism is the attempt by Christians to live into Jesus' prayer for the church to be one. Ecumenism starts with the tremendous fact of division within the Christian family, and the modern ecumenical movement has been an attempt to live into the unity that we already have in Christ on the basis of our baptism.
I think it's worked out as I was hoping, and this experience together has brought us a lot closer together as friends. We're the dialogue partners in the U.S. The dialogue meets twice a year for a couple of days. The theologians do all the talking. And so this is a chance for us to really get to know each other that we didn't have so much. And I'm enthusiastic about where that's going to take us now.
I think the friendship that we're trying to claim is really very, very personal, and grows out of the leadership roles that we've had on our Anglican Roman Catholic USA dialogue. But of course, I'm very conscious of the 2 years of pandemic. Even though we've been doing these jobs for 7 years, the 2 years of pandemic where we did not meet in person has really slowed down the development of that friendship. I think a highlight for me of the week was the Eucharist that we celebrated at San Bartolomeo Church on the island in the Tiber. It was not a place that I had been before, and being in the ancient church and being able to celebrate the Eucharist due to the hospitality of the church in Rome, that was a profound highlight for me.
Very similar to that. There are so many things that took my breath away. I mean, for one thing, just walking down here and looking at the gate and seeing that statue, something out of a textbook I had at one time, was one big highlight. But actually also at San Bartolomeo, in the chapel, in the crypt with the chapel of the new martyrs, I think that was very, very moving for me.
Well, I think that our dialogue has concluded with making an agreed statement, but I think that I am conscious in a new way from this IARCCUM pilgrimage that the work that we're going to be doing as paired bishops really transcends that dialogue. And so there's it's both the good and the bad news that we have more work to do that really goes beyond riding herd on theologians, but has to do with putting some flesh on the bones of ecumenism.
I'm kind of lucky. We've got a new mission starting in Nashville, Bishop John City, so I'll have an excuse to go there, and I'm going to plan to spend some time so that we can, come up with some plans together and maybe get Bishop Spalding to do something together with us while we're there. So
that would be good.
Yeah.
I think it's enormously enriching to work with others, with folk from other traditions. It breaks you out of your own parochial context, quite literally, and it also deepens your understanding of Jesus' prayer that we all be one. This prayer did not mean to be one with those that we are comfortable being with or we're the same as, but to be one with people of all different sorts and conditions, and that's enormously enriching.
The Eastern churches, both Catholic and Orthodox, have a strong tendency to be rather self-referential. And so ecumenism, even though it's, the history of it involved the Orthodox Church at the very beginning, along with the Anglican Church, you don't need it when the relationships are all fine. You don't need to bring families together when everybody's already hugging. In the case of my church, it was suppressed in Romania during the communist time, and came to the surface after Ceausescu. And so there was a lot of hurt at that time that our church endured, and Orthodox churches endured as well. We're not doing so well at getting along, and so the first job there for me will be to convince, I think, my brother bishops back in Romania that we need to work a little bit harder at it and not be quite as hurt and cynical. And the younger generation, I think, can do that. I kind of think it would be the other way around, that the unity of the church will do something for young people. If they see us working on relationships instead of on all of the rules and formalities, that might be something that will kind of attract young people to Christ in a way that a lot of the traditional stuff won't.
Yeah, I agree. I think that youth also brings energy and a fresh set of eyes to what we might perceive as a problem, they would see as an opportunity.